and welcome back to a brand new video. Before we jump in this video, I actually did do a video before this, but I'm not going to upload it. I'm actually going to upload it Friday. You guys are going to see this video tomorrow. I'm actually recording this on game 2, the day of game 2 of Rockets and Warriors. You guys will be seeing this one first. So I actually asked in a video before that, I asked if you guys wanted to see this video, but I changed my mind. So ignore that on Friday. Ignore me asking if you guys wanted to see this video I'm recording right now. It's happening, and you guys are seeing this tomorrow. I know that's confusing, but basically, Demar Derozan Raptors trade, Demar Derozan rebuild is happening today because there was actually recent reports, and I didn't read the reports until after I was already done with the video I was working on, and I thought it would make more sense to get this video out to you guys tomorrow other than waiting for it on Friday. So we're gonna be trading Demar Derozan today. And I have one team that I have in mind to trade him to, and that is the Los Angeles Lakers. He's from California, and I think the Lakers could use a guy like DeMar DeRozan, and I think that would be honestly a match made in heaven. Now, this is going to be a realistic rebuild still, so keep in mind I'm not going to be blowing up the Raptors because I honestly can't. Like, the only tradable contracts they really have is DeRozan and Jonas Valanciunas. No one's going to want Serge Ibaka because he played terrible in the playoffs, and no one's going to want to pay Kyle Lowry $34 million when he's 34 years old. That's just not gonna work. So just gonna be trading DeMar DeRozan today. Now I'm probably gonna be sending him to the Lakers. Now what for, I'm not sure quite yet. So this is gonna be kind of a retool. We're basically gonna still try to make this team a championship contender, but maybe getting rid of DeMar DeRozan is something the Raptors could use. So let's see what I should get for DeMar DeRozan. We're gonna go to the Lakers. I think obviously Brandon Ingram is a name you include in the trade. I'm going to have to wait till after the player options, which is fine. So let's get farther into the offseason and then I'll trade him away. So, because that's what the video is around today. And we don't have a pick. So let's just go ahead, skip over the NBA draft and whatever. So they actually fired Dwayne Casey. So let me go ahead and fire him. And the Bucks actually hired Mike Budenholzer. So now we have to make a hire of someone else, and I'm not sure who we should get quite yet. I mean, there's Jason Kidd, but the Bucks fired him. Luke Smith, Oliver Gordon. I'll probably just grab someone random here because obviously I think I can't really grab anyone specific that I think the Raptors will get because we have no idea. But I'm just gonna grab someone with good rating. I guess I'll go. I always get this guy usually. What's his name? Trent Peterson or something like that. Let's just go ahead and offer him a contract. And then let's offer Bill Booth a contract as well. And hopefully we'll get one of those guys. So Tony Peterson, welcome to, or whatever your name is. NBA draft, of course, like I said, we don't have a pick. Rookie signing, we don't need to look at that. And then player options, Anthony McKinney is just not coming back, or whatever his name was. Qualifying offers, Norman Powell, Fred VanVleet, and Lucas. I think we should, yeah, let's go ahead and offer all those contracts away. 25 years, maybe, yeah, I'll offer it, and then I could decide whether I want to renounce it. Norman Powell, I think this man just needs a change of scenery. I won't be offering it. And then let's go ahead and make this trade now. So now we got about negative 28 million cap space, which is kind of what you would expect. And like I said, we're going to actually go ahead and renounce this guy, Alfonso McKenzie. I was way off. And then Fred VanVleet is someone you want to bring back for sure. But let's go ahead, make a trade centered around DeMar DeRozan to the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's see what we can get. So Brandon Ingram, of course, you want to include him in the trade if possible. And I think you also asked for Josh Hart. I think that would actually be a nice, definitely a nice piece to the trade. And then maybe they give us a future 2020, maybe top 10 not Kyle Kuzma. Oh my gosh, just ruined all that. Not Kyle Kuzma. I don't think they should either give up Brandon Ingram or Kyle Kuzma. I think Brandon Ingram would be the better smart decision. Give me, you know, maybe top 5 protected Lakers pick or something like that. So Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lakers pick, and then, I mean, of course the Lakers would love to send Wall Deng, but the Raptors they just can't do that. And then Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, no need to do that. They could send Zubac as well in the trade, but I'm just gonna go ahead. And then a gain that the Raptors could use is maybe sending Serge Ibaka's contract with it if they wanted to, maybe to explore other options in free agency. If they could do that, I'm not sure if the Lakers would be open to that. I mean, that's a lot of cap space to take in, and that's basically going to be your whole cap space. I don't think they'd be open to doing that. They just want DeMar DeRozan and then call it good. So Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart in a 21st round unprotected pick. Maybe you should get a little bit more. I'll go ahead and throw Zubac in the trade as well. Let's do this. So let's make this happen. They don't want to do that, of course. Maybe if the Raptors gave up like a second rounder, I'm just going to make this trade go through, and then I'll see you guys in free agency. Am I getting fleeced? Well, it's not really me getting fleeced. Would the Raptors get fleeced if they made a trade like this, sending around Brandon Ingram for DeMar DeRozan? Let me know down in the comment section below. All right, so here in free agency, literally only one move to be made, and that is honestly just to bring back Fred VanVleet and renounce Norman Powell. There's no need to bring back Norman Powell. So Fred VanVleet, welcome back to the team, and that's basically going to be all the moves I can really make. I mean, I could probably trade Jonas Valanciunas, but I'm not going to do it in this one season. Just going to bring in Brandon Ingram, maybe trade Jonas Valanciunas at the trade deadline. I mean, Serge Ibaka and Kyle Lowry are just probably untradeable contracts at this point. They just don't have a lot to give up. I mean, they could give up OG Anunoby with one of them, but I wouldn't do that. I would just leave them how it is. So let's just go ahead and make sure Fred VanVleet is on this team, and then let's just go ahead and simulate to next season. That's what we want. And while I'm actually recording this, they are actually announcing the finalists for the awards. So I'm kind of like turning my head right now, trying to see it while I'm recording this video for you guys. That's how much I grind for you guys, man. I try to get videos out for you guys like every day. I usually take one day off during the week, and that's about it, just so I can, you know, kind of rest my mind a little bit. Oh, wait. Definitely just loaded the same draft class. Definitely don't want to do that. I'll have to do that. I'll have to fix that. So let's go ahead and fix that before I accidentally forget. So let's go scouting, mock draft, prospect scouting, and then let's load the right draft class, because that will not work. It just won't do. So now we got the right draft class, and that should work. All right, so now we're gonna look at this rotation. What do we got? We got Kyle Lowry, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Serge Ibaka, Jonas Valanciunas, Jakob Poeltl, Pascal Siakam, DeLon Wright, and Fred VanVleet. All right, that's what we want, but I'm going to go ahead and move DeLon Wright to shooting guard, and then we're going to make this a 10-man rotation. That way, OG Anunoby is getting some minutes too. I really don't... Oh, wait. Oh, now DeLon Wright is starting, so that's interesting. Should I have DeLon Wright starting? Or should I have Josh Hart starting? I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to have... Actually going to go ahead and throw this at Lowry and then Brandon Ingram, and then we're going to run with that. So hopefully that goes well, and then this team should be all right going forward. Like I said, we'll probably stop the trade deadline so we can trade Jonas Valanciunas maybe, so we can just have a, you know, kind of a direction going forward, because I think that's the only tradable contract we have left as far as getting some cap space back. The trade deadline, we're going to be trading Jonas Valanciunas and a first-round pick. Actually, not a first-round pick. Let's do a second-rounder and another second-rounder, so we can get Jaren Jackson Jr. basically. Jonas Valanciunas is probably going to be a free agent. He's going to decline his player option, and I'm really not going to try to give him a lot of money. So if we can get something for him, that would be great. So let's see if they'll take this, and they won't take it. All right, so I'm not going to be trying to throw too much at him. I might just have to keep him and let him walk for nothing, honestly, because there's just not a lot we can do. I mean, I am curious to see how the Lakers are doing with DeMar DeRozan there now. I would like another center in return. That would be awesome, but if it can't happen, it just can't happen. Maybe JaVale McGee. I mean, maybe just get JaVale McGee and the Pacers. No, let's just not do that. Let's just save our breath. I don't think we're going to be able to trade Jonas Valanciunas. He will be a free agent after this season. Maybe one player we should trade away, though, is I wish we could trade Serge Ibaka away, but one player we should trade away at this trade deadline is CJ Miles. To get rid of that, just $8 mil. I mean, $8 mil at CJ Miles is still quite a bit. Something we could spend somewhere else. So if we can get rid of this contract, that would be great. I think the Cavs could use CJ Miles, honestly. Jay Crowder, like, a lot of teams could use a guy like CJ Miles, so I'm not really too worried about where we send him. I mean, we could take on Solomon Hill's contract, but that ain't gonna benefit us in any way. I think the Cavaliers make sense, especially if LeBron James stays, except for oh wait, they're gonna have to give us Kyle Korver, aren't they? Maybe Kyle Korver. What does he got? He got a team option or a player option. He actually has a team option, so we can decline him if we want to. You know what? Let's do this. CJ Miles, second-round pick for Kyle Korver. Let's do it. We're not... What? Oh, wait. Maybe I did include that on accident. Okay, they agree. So we get Kyle Korver. CJ Miles, Kyle Korver swap. I don't know. Let's just do that real quick. So, something that could happen. OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet is still there. And then Jonas Valanciunas is still here. So, not a lot has changed. Kyle Korver is just going to be sitting on the bench now. Not going to be doing much. Just so we can get rid of his contract over the season. And then it's going pretty well so far. It looks like Brandon Ingram is averaging around 14 points per game. Serge has 11. Jonas Valanciunas has 11. And Fred VanVleet has almost 10 and 9.5. And then Josh Hart is averaging 4 points. I mean, right now it says he is on fire. He had 12 points against the Detroit Pistons, 7-0. I mean, let's see how DeMar DeRozan is doing, though. I am curious about that. See how DeMar DeRozan is doing with the Los Angeles Lakers. That would be cool to look at. DeMar DeRozan has 19 points. Isaiah Thomas stayed, so that is actually not a bad backcourt. But then, what do you do with Lonzo Ball? So they probably won't keep Isaiah Thomas. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate the rest of the season and see how we finish out. Kyle Lowry actually makes the All-NBA third team, which is pretty cool. So I will go ahead and that's pretty cool. So very awesome. But then we are the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm not really too worried about these NBA playoffs. If we make it to the second round, then cool. But we get eliminated in 6. Kind of expected us to get eliminated. So not too worried about that. And then the Rockets and the Cavaliers are in the playoffs. So now I have a lot of decisions to make. Serge Ibaka, it's probably not going to happen, my friend. Sorry that you want a contract extension here. It's just probably most likely not going to happen. And we have the Lakers pick, which is, where is the Lakers at? They have, oh, they fell in the top 5, man. Really? Maybe I shouldn't even ask for, wow, that sucks. All right, so we're not going to get the Lakers pick. Bill Booth is still our head coach, whatever. So NBA draft, man, that sucks. All right, anyway. We got Kyle Lowry, who's on the 1 year. He has 1 year left on his contract, so it's not untradeable now, in my opinion. A team could potentially take him on, but you're not going to get a lot for him. And then Serge Ibaka also has 1 year left in his contract, so those are 2 tradable contracts possibly. Player contracts, as far as it goes right now, Valanciunas will probably decline his player option. We don't have a draft pick, which I don't think we do. Actually, we did, but it was the 23rd pick. Not too worried about it. Jonas Valanciunas declines. Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam. Yes, I will bring all these guys back besides Kyle Korver. And then qualifying offers, DeLon Wright, yes, and Zubac, I'll go ahead and offer those. And then as far as cap holds go, Valanciunas, I'm probably going to move on from you, my friend. DeLon Wright, going to bring you back. Jordan Crawford, probably most likely not. And then let's just go ahead and renounce that. Zubac probably will, I'll renounce it for now because he's probably cheap. So about 15 mil in cap space to work with. So, I mean, of course we can keep Kyle Lowry here if we wanted to, which I probably will for his last season. Fred VanVleet is still the backup point guard. Josh Hart is still here. Brandon Ingram, OG Anunoby. Serge Ibaka is still the backup, or still the power forward, and a center. So I think what you do here is, if you can, you either trade Serge Ibaka or Kyle Lowry here, which I'm going to go ahead and trade Serge Ibaka away, which I think is a necessary thing that the Raptors could do if they wanted to get rid of his contract. So a team's going to have to take him on for 1 season. And who would that lucky team be, my friends? I have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and make a decision on that, and I'll get right back with you guys. So maybe a good trade would to be send Serge Ibaka back home to the Thunder. We get Cristiano Felicio, so the Thunder get rid of that contract. And then we get Patrick Patterson as well. And they agree. So that's actually a nice little deal for us. So we got rid of Serge Ibaka's contract. And we got Cristiano Felicio, which we'll have to deal with his contract. But it's better than dealing with Serge Ibaka for this season, I think. So only 8 mil, 7 mil next season going to him. And I declined to sign him, but 2K signs him anyway. Okay, Patrick Patterson, 5 mil as well, but he'll be the backup power forward. Now, because I think I might actually end up starting Pascal Siakam. I mean, why not? He's not terrible. Jakob Poeltl could start too if we wanted him to, but 24 million cap space. I like Josh Hart. I like Brandon Ingram and OG Anunoby. Let's go ahead and see maybe if we can sign a better center. So let's see what's out here. So maybe a better center would be nice. Let's go. Dwight Howard, Jonas Vucevic is here. Dwayne Dedmon. Honestly, I don't even think we should sign anyone. I think we should just leave the cap space. I think realistically, as a Raptors fan, you want to rebuild. Like, this is the time to rebuild. Kyle Lowry's contract is going to go up. Maybe trade him at the trade deadline. Yeah, Brandon Ingram going forward. If you trade DeMar DeRozan, let's say, yeah, Brandon Ingram going forward. He's not bad. He's showing potential, but maybe he's not the best. But like I said, you can decide whether or not you want to re-sign him after this season. But you definitely have a lot of cap space going into the next season. So I wouldn't be banking on trying to get anyone like next season. So what I would be doing if I'm the Raptors is I'm only going to give out 1 year deals. Like, I'm not going to go commit to someone at the state the Raptors are right now. So I will throw out a 1 year deal, but I'm not going to be giving anyone crazy long-term contracts. So I will throw an offer at Hassan Whiteside, but like I said, I will not, and I repeat, will not be throwing him 4 years because we don't want to get locked into a guy like that. Valanciunas, I mean, I don't think he'd want to come back on a 1-year deal. We could do that. Dwight Howard's there. Vucevic, we could bring him on a 1-year deal. Maybe. Let's do that. No trade clause. 22. Let's see if they'll take that. Power forwards. Let's see if there's any power forwards. Paul Millsap on a 1-year deal, possibly. Bobby Portis wouldn't be a bad. 20 mil. Don't want to throw him 20 mil. Zach Randolph, Frank Kaminsky, Markieff Morris. I'll throw a 1-year deal at Paul Millsap as well. I mean, just to stay competitive for this season next to Kyle Lowry, just so they can walk out on good terms, you know, because we're ready to start the rebuild process. So Paul Millsap maybe on a 1-year deal. So we can sign Hassan Whiteside, we can sign Vucevic, and we can sign Paul Millsap. Now the team that makes, well, which player makes the most sense? I mean, maybe I'd say no, we can't even sign Hassan Whiteside. So never mind. So it's either between Vucevic or Paul Millsap. So I mean, if you want to be, I don't know. This is a good, like the Raptors aren't ready to win a championship by any means. So this was kind of a silly rebuild, but like, let's go Vucevic, just because I feel like we might be able to get something for him at the trade deadline. Let's sign Vucevic and let's leave Paul Millsap out, and then let's re-sign DeLon Wright. Now I would be okay with getting locked into him because obviously he could be a big factor. Like if you get him on a 4-year, $9 million deal for DeLon Wright, that will be like through his prime, like where he'll be. So I mean, I wouldn't mind that, because then when he gets out of that contract, he'll be like, we can't even sign him. Never mind, we can't sign him. So never mind. So we're just gonna bring in Vucevic. Maybe we didn't even need to bring in Vucevic. Maybe we should have just signed DeLon Wright. Let's do that. Actually, is he gone now? No, he's not. So let's do DeLon Wright, 4 seasons, and let's give him that contract again. And that's actually decline Vucevic, because we really don't need him necessarily. There's no reason to bring him in. And then let's bring in DeLon Wright. So now we got DeLon Wright long term, which I'm okay with if I'm in the Raptors GM. So I'll go ahead and be okay with that. Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, still got your nice shooting guards. Josh Hart. So really, going into next season, you don't really have a ton of people under contract. You have Felicio and DeLon Wright, and then you have OG Anunoby and this guy, which he shouldn't even be signed because I decided not to sign him, and Josh Hart still there. So this team obviously is not ready to win a championship by any means, but I mean, it's just the start of the rebuild process, what the Raptors should be trying to do. Kyle Lowry, you could possibly trade him at the trade deadline, which I will try to do. There's a big possibility I will trade him at the trade deadline, so watch out for that, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and simulate. I'm not even going to show you guys rotation because it's really not that important. We're not going to be that good. So I'm just going to go ahead and simulate to the trade deadline and trade Kyle Lowry to finish off this video. Alright guys, so not that Frank Ntilikina is that great, but just a trade like this, I'm not saying the Raptors would trade for Frank Ntilikina, but I mean, just a trade like this, getting rid of Kyle Lowry for a young point guard or a young player of some sort is a win for me. I think that Kyle Lowry, gonna let him walk after this season. The Knicks can take him on for 1 season, see how he does, maybe re-sign him. But they get rid of Joakim Noah and Courtney Lee, who are both on 1-year deals, so I'm not really too worried about them. They're both set to expire after this season. And Frank Ntilikina still has a team option. They get Malachi Richardson and Darius Reed. I'm going to go ahead and send this trade through. They don't accept it, but basically, I'm going to go ahead and push this trade through. And, oh, wait, I don't want to do that. I'm going to make this trade go through because this team is awful right now. We're just not very good. And Kyle Lowry, I think, just needs to, I think they should just trade him to move on, basically. This team is set to rebuild. So basically, the point of this whole video was to just blow up the Raptors. So that's basically what I did. I just did it more in a realistic style. I mean, you just can't trade them all up front, basically how I did, or how other people do. Like, you can't just straight up just trade all 4 of them in the same offseason. It's just hard to do that. So I did it in a more kind of realistic format. So let me go ahead and send Malachi Richardson and Darius Reed again, and then let's grab, I didn't see anything else, but let's just go ahead and grab Frank Ntilikina, who still can be decent, and then who knows, he might show some upside. Knicks might be giving up on him, something like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and send this trade again. No picks, we're just gonna go ahead, go Frank Ntilikina, and then now when you look at this team, you got Fred VanVleet, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam, Jakob Poeltl, DeLon Wright, OG Anunoby, Frank Ntilikina, and Joakim Noah and Royce O'Neal. Obviously, I'm not trying to run a 9-man rotation. Not going to do that. Fred VanVleet, I'm actually okay with Fred VanVleet starting. And then Felicio, I'm actually going to give Felicio minutes over Joakim Noah because there's no point of Joakim Noah getting any minutes. Not long-term here. OG Anunoby. And then now we got a lot of young players that this Raptors team could start no, it's kind of to build around. So now our first scoring option will be Brandon Ingram. It's going to be the Brandon Ingram show. And then actually I'm going to go ahead and see how Fred VanVleet does as the second scoring option to see if he brings it or not. And then let's see how this team finishes out. Don't plan on being a playoff team or anything like that. But I just want to see this team, you know, show a little bit of upside, as the Raptors should start to trend towards a rebuild mode, especially if they trade Demar Derozan this offseason. All right, so as you can tell, we were absolutely horrible, and the Knicks didn't even make the playoffs getting Kyle Lowry, so that didn't help them much either. But like I said, we got Frank Ntilikina now. This team is trending in the right direction as far as the rebuild goes. Brandon Ingram averaged 20 points. That's something you'd like to see. Fred VanVleet 14. So not bad. This team obviously has a lot of nice young players, so the Raptors can trend towards kind of a rebuild if they want to. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But this is Crushables. Enjoy game 2, and I'm saying peace.